A 6.1 meter ladder leans against the wall. The angle formed by the ladder and the ground is 71 degrees. Two questions. How far is the foot of the ladder from the wall? And the second, how high up the wall does the ladder reach? Make sure that when you draw your picture, you label it appropriately. So this is the wall, and this is the ladder leaning against the wall. Forms a right angle. We know that the angle formed with the ground is 71 degrees. We know that the ladder is 6.1 meters long. So the first question, how far is the foot of the ladder from the wall? That's this answer right here. We can call it A for part A. So we're talking about information. We're looking for information that's adjacent to the angle, and we know the hypotenuse. So adjacent, hypotenuse means that we need to use cosine. Cosine 71 degrees is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Multiply both sides by 6.1 and use your calculator to evaluate. So if we're going to round to the nearest tenth, notice that the 8 is going to round the 9 up to a 10, which means we're going to have 2.0. When you're rounding, it's important that you use the 0. Don't just drop it off. We're talking about meters because that's the length, that's the distance that the bottom of the ladder is away from the wall. Now to find part B is how high up the wall does the ladder reach? One thing you could do now that you know this side is use Pythagorean theorem, but what if we made a mistake on this? Then part B would be wrong as well. So the safest thing to do is go back to the given information. We're looking for opposite the angle, and we know the hypotenuse. When we talk about opposite and hypotenuse, then that means we want to use sine. Sine of 71 degrees is equal to opposite, which is B, over hypotenuse, which is 6.1. Multiply both sides by 6.1 to solve for B, and then use your calculator. So the ladder touches the wall 5.8 meters above the ground.